Hey there, Janae with Palin Projects here, and in this week's video I'm going to be planting up our pots for spring. So I wanted to make sure that they were planted up before Easter because we do have family and friends coming over to celebrate with us and stay the weekend. So I wanted to clean out those pots and then get something beautiful planted in them. So our garage pots, there's two of them. I do have dogwoods, red twig dogwoods in them right now. I felt on them yesterday and they do seem pliable, so I'm hopeful that they made it through our winter in those pots. They are relatively big pots and dogwoods are relatively hardy, so it's not that I was super concerned, but you never know. Things can happen. So those are my centerpieces. Obviously they are not awake yet. I still am getting snow, so it's currently snowing out right now. It's not a heavy snow, but it's kind of flurrying, so that's why I'm in here talking about the plants and not outside. But I will plant these. All of the plants that I have here today can handle a light frost. I will be covering at night though because we are dipping down into the low 20s. Last week we were staying around low 30s to mid 30s at night, so I'm hoping that it stays or it gets back up to that temperature so I don't have to cover them. But I'm just gonna throw a sheet over them. I don't have any harvest cloth, but a sheet. I found the fitted sheets kind of fit better, or they work better. I can wrap the fitted part around the bottom of the pots and they stay a little bit better. So that's what I'll be doing to protect these a little bit. So as I said, the garage pots have the red twig dogwoods. I am going to be putting, let me get one out here. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? So this is a pansy called Rosé. So I thought that would be very pretty. And then there's no flowers on the other ones, but I have the tags here. Bellissemia mix. It's a pretty little daisy. Both of these are perennial. The pansies go down to -10. The English daisy goes down to -30. So technically I can plant these out into my landscape and they should come back. You know, we dip down into the -10, -20s, so the pansies might not come back, but if I put them in a covered spot or a protected spot, they should come back. So I might try and plant them out. We'll see. They're pretty. We'll try and save them. The other pansies I got are for my front pot and then to go around these pansies, just for a little extra pop of color. They're just a deep yellow. Those are good down to -10. And then the front pot, I got Frizzle Sizzle Mini Mix. These are violas. So they're hardy down to -10 as well. But look at these guys. Aren't these just beautiful? Just little guys. I don't know if you can see those. Let's see. I love the frizzle. I mean, they are just so cute. I do need to clean these up a little bit. I've been taking them in and out of the garage for like the past week. So some of their branches are a little bent. So I'll just prune them and then plant them. The yellow pansy, look at that. Isn't she just gorgeous? Oh, that'll be gorgeous. Gorgeous! And then the front pots, I do have some daffodil bulbs that appear to be viable still. They kind of sprouted a little bit of green. So I'm going to plant them. We'll see what happens. If they don't come up, they don't come up. Not a big deal. I'll have plenty of plants in those front pots to be colorful and beautiful. But I thought maybe those daffodils would be a nice pop of color in a couple weeks as well. For the centerpiece of my front door pot over here, this is an anemone called Harmony Blue Windflower. Hardy to 0. So this probably won't come back for me, but I can dig the rhizome up maybe and save it. But look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, gorgeous. So this gets 7 to 10 inches tall and a spread of 10 inches. So I am expecting beautiful things. It doesn't really smell though. It's just pretty. That's okay though. And then I got a couple bulbs because I thought these would be pretty. So technically these are tulips called baby blue. And once these are done flowering, I will pop these out because these are good down to -40. But look, surprise! Mini daffodils. Now they're already blooming, which is fine. There's a couple in here that are left to bloom. But I think these are just the sweetest things. So I might save these out and do like a table arrangement with these because, oh, they are just gorgeous. So cute. They're just like little mini guys. I'm sorry, I just gotta show you guys again because these are just, they're just so adorable. So cute. You know, I always try and look for pots that give me a little more bang for my buck. There are two tulip bulbs, it looks like, in here, maybe 3. And then I saw these little daffodils on the side. So when I bought them, they were just foliage, and I recognize the daffodil foliage. I don't know what kind these are, but the pot was $5, and I got these little mini daffodils with it. So I thought that was a pretty good find, so I had to buy it. I was so excited. But those will go out in the front door pot. Last but not least, I got a euphorbia. Look at that. Now I want to try this euphorbia in a terracotta pot. I think it would look beautiful on our porch, our patio back here. Ascot Rainbow, so there's the tag for it. The back side, if you want to pause it. These guys are hardy down to -10. I will keep it in a pot. One thing you need to know about euphorbias is if you cut them and you get the sap on your hand, you can be allergic to it. So wash your hands or use gloves when planting. I'll put it in a pot and then bring it in the garage during the winter time. But yeah, so that's my other spring find. So I do have a little bit of an issue to talk about with you guys. I have aphids. I'll put a picture on here. I noticed these little green pests on my seedlings. I think one of my basil seedlings succumbed to the aphids, but this isn't good. I pulled off every single aphid I could find and squashed it. And then I got some neem oil and put the diluted amount, or it has the ratio on the container, but I put the ratio into a squirt bottle, and I've basically like sprayed my plants multiple times today, and that's probably overkill, but I have aphids. I am like fit to be tied right now. Aphids, if you don't know, they like suck the life out of your plants, and I don't know where I got them. They might have been in the soil. They might have been in some transplants that I got. I have aphids though. I am just, oh, they're nasty little creatures. So I will be treating my seedlings for aphids. Like I said, I'm using neem oil. I had started with an insecticidal soap. Both are organic or were organic. The soap wasn't working, so I moved to the neem oil, which I have known, or I've heard from many individuals that that's the way to go with aphids. So I will be spraying my plants multiple times a day with neem oil because I just, nasty little pests. I'm so upset. But that is something that you guys need to look for, and I wanted to remind you to look for. If you're seeing any like leaf curl, discoloring, you know, yes, it might be water issue, it might be a nutrient issue, but look for pests on your seedlings because it can happen. It might not have been from the transplants I brought in. It might be. It could have honestly been from the soil that I'm using. Because I'm using a couple different kinds of soil in that room now, and so it could have come from anything. But regardless, I have aphids, and I will deal with them now with neem oil, and I will just constantly spray my plants to make sure that I'm killing those awful, awful little creatures. So just kind of my little PSA for the week, I guess, public service announcement. Check your seedlings. Just because they're inside does not mean that they are pest free. So let's go out and pot up some plants and get some beautiful color in our lives, because we don't want to end the video on that nasty note. Hey there. So it's been a couple days since I showed you guys the plants. I chickened out 2 days ago in planting up my pots, just because I looked at the forecast and we were in like the lower 20s, and I wasn't prepared to start covering my plants that early. So today was about 65 degrees. Our low tonight is supposed to be mid to high 30s. So I felt comfortable, or at least more comfortable, planting my pansies and my anemone and my bulbs today. So that's what you guys just saw. And I'm actually sitting next to our front door pot right now. I love how it turned out, and I love these little violas and pansies. I think they're just going to turn out beautifully. So you did see me put in biotone starter fertilizer. I haven't amended these pots at all, and I don't change out the soil. So I figured I would just add in a boost of fertilizer for these plants. I know they're kind of short-term plants, but I wanted that to be in there for my summer plants as well. So I might add a little bit more in when I get my summer plants, but I definitely wanted to make sure that these guys had as much nutrients as I could give them at this point. So I did add that in there before I planted. I'm gonna work on watering these guys in, and those are my spring pots for the year. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!